If you're a citizen threatened by immigrants, you just didn't work hard enough. The system is designed for you to succeed, especially if you are a white person. If you are a white American citizen who is threatened by immigrants, legal or illegal, you didn't work hard enough. I'm sorry, you failed.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So this one is about a white woman who straight up called out her own people, right? She says that white farmers in America have been complaining for years that immigrants are taking their jobs, right? Taking their jobs. But now that many of those immigrants, those immigrant workers or those immigrants have been deported, the farms are empty. And guess what? Nobody wants to do the work, not even the white folks who said that they wanted to do the jobs, right? And now they're complaining. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys watch the videos. I don't want to talk too much. Credit to all the original creators on the videos, and let's get into it and we'll come back and talk some more.
And if you think immigrants took your job or your kid's job, I'm sorry. Again, they didn't work hard enough. The system of America is designed to support American citizens. And I guarantee any rebuttal that you have against that to disprove it circulates right on back to capitalism and billionaires.
Hey, y'all. Did I read that article about the dairy farmers? The ones that voted for Trump are speaking out because now they're sorry they voted for Trump. They didn't think it was going to affect them. They're all crying. Who's going to milk the cows? Who's going to milk your cows? And you put the level for Trump? Well, roll up your goddamn sleeves, bitch. Roll up your goddamn sleeves. Because it looks like y'all got to milk your own goddamn cows. See, it's funny how y'all talking about illegal immigrants. Y'all brought them over here. Y'all paid to bring them here. So they can do your work. So they can work on your farms. Y'all white folks paid to bring them here so they can work on your farms. And then you turned around and voted for Trump. Now you're sorry? Because you're looking around on your farm and they're all gone? And you want people to feel sorry for you? We don't give a fuck. But you better hurry up and get up. And roll up your goddamn sleeve and go milk your cows. One at a time, baby. Go milk them goddamn cows. Wake your family up. Get your fucking husbands up. Your children up. Get your relatives up. Have them come over there and help you milk your goddamn cows. Because your ass should have thought about it before you went into that booth, pulled that lever with your full chest, and voted for Trump. Now, get up. Get up, rise and shine, y'all. Go out there and milk your goddamn cows yourselves.
You want to get rid of illegal immigrants, quit eating. And that's for everybody. That's, nationwide. If you want to get rid of them, quit eating. That'll solve the problem.
But when only 5 pickers showed up this morning to harvest his sweet potatoes, farmer Keith Smith saw possible ruin, the loss of his $500,000 crop.
They're running scared because of this new law.
And you're in trouble.
I'm in trouble, bad trouble.
Smith's 200 acres need 20 pickers, mostly Mexican nationals.
There is not enough documented people here to supply that workforce.
Most of your workers are here illegally.
But sure, if they got documentation, they got a better job than working for me.
Fernando Aldeman, a Mexican national, has worked Smith's farm since 1992.
Everybody's just scared.
Yeah.
Now, are you here legally? No.
No.
So, are you scared?
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared,
Smith's pickers make about $100 a day. He supports immigration laws, just not this one that threatens his third-generation family.
When Trump was pushing mass deportations, some of these farmers, instead of protecting their workers, they actually helped ICE find them, right? They for some reason, they thought that once the immigrants were gone, the jobs would open up for real Americans. But the reality, those farm jobs are still sitting empty. And why? Because most Americans, or most people in America, especially, in the white community, they just aren't lining up to pick crops in 100 degrees heat. Black folks definitely aren't rushing to do it either. I mean, a lot of them have built careers in other fields, and they've got office jobs, they've got skilled trades, they've got their own businesses, right? And they're not about to leave that to go work on a farm. So, now these farms are, they're losing money, they're going under, basically. And the very people who said that immigrants were taking their jobs are finding out that those jobs were never the ones that they really wanted. So, it's not about immigrants stealing jobs. Apparently, they're now finding that out. It's about who's willing to actually do the jobs.
So Donald Trump, not in these exact words, but basically admitted this week that a lot of the things that he's been doing, a lot of the policies, a lot of the executive orders that he's been signing off on was all made with the intention of getting Black people back into the field. It was made with the intention of getting Black people back into the field. All right, so on Tuesday, Donald Trump made an appearance, right, on CNBC's Squawk Box. And on that platform, he actually made a lot of commentary in regards to the situation with the deportations, migrant workers, the state of America's agriculture, and he made comments on inner city people not doing farm work. I want you to always remember that when they mention inner city, that means Black. In Donald Trump's exact words, people that live in the inner city are not doing that work. They've tried. We've tried. Everybody tried. They don't do it. These people do it naturally. They don't get a bad back because if they get a bad back, they die. He also went on to say that they are very, very, very special people and they cannot be easily replaced. Remember what I said, anytime that they mention the words inner city people, inner city communities, inner city neighborhoods, that's Black. That's code for Black. Blackity black, okay? Black people. And it is because of that exact commentary that it reconfirms for me, okay? Not confirms, but reconfirms, meaning that I already knew. But it reconfirms that the plan from the very beginning with these executive orders, right, was to further destabilize Black communities, further destabilize poor communities, but Black mainly, so that you could put pressure on these communities so that you could get them to go back into the field, right? And then once you get them back in the field, bingo, you've made America great again. Modernize slavery. But Black people said, fuck you and this little game that you want to play. Since we are the most valuable player on the scoreboard, we will remove ourselves and let's see if this game is still going to continue. And that's in fact what we're seeing right now. Donald Trump thought that by forcing all of these other people out, taking away our Medicaid, doing all of these things to further destabilize our community, that we would conform, that we would just do what he wants us to do, what the whites of this world, what white supremacy wants us to do. But Black people decided to pull a Uno reverse and they did nothing, which is something that they're not used to Black people doing. They're used to Black people having this spirit of rebellion, having this spirit of revolution. But instead, Black people decided that, you know what, I'm going to preserve my energy for me and my people, but I'm also going to remove myself from this game entirely. And now everything is starting to crumble. The way that the America agriculture is taking a huge hit right now because of Donald Trump and his deportations. Like, I don't think that you understand how much America survives off of the labor of undocumented workers. And when I say y'all, I mean all the other races. Black people knew, because Black people were telling you. They told you, don't do this. Don't do this, because we're not going back in the field. Don't do this, but y'all didn't listen. And just to put into retrospect of how important undocumented migrant workers are to the agriculture economy here in America, the U.S. Department of Agriculture reports that roughly 42% of crop workers are undocumented, with nearly 70% being foreign-born. This labor is essential in states like California and Texas, where up to 80% of farm workers lack legal status. Donald Trump signed off on a lot of these executive orders back in January. It is now August, and in between that time, he has done a parade of chaotic shit, trying to put pressure on the Black community, but the Black community has refused to fold. They have not folded. And it's not just the Black community, but the legal Hispanic community here, the legal Latinos here, the Browns, and every other race that sees what this administration has been trying to do from the very beginning. They have not folded. And because of that, everything that he has signed off on in January is starting to bite him in the ass in August. And to all of you people out there that had so much to say in regards to the Black community and the 92% and them actually deciding to stand down and not participate, to not get involved, to protect their peace, all of the critiques that you had on their decision, let this be your example. Let this be your primary example as to why you should stay the fuck out of Black people business. Stay the fuck out of Black people business. You had so much to say in regards to our decision and wanting to stand the fuck back and deciding to remove ourselves from this entire game altogether, right? Now, you see that Black people actually knew what the fuck they were doing. They knew what the fuck they were doing. They told you were going to need these people because they weren't doing it anymore. They told you they wasn't going to do it anymore. You still got rid of them people. You still got rid of the migrants. You still did and went through with the mass deportations, and now you guys want food. But you thought that the Black people was going to get into the field. No, they wasn't going to do it. They wasn't going to do it. They wasn't going to do it. And now you see why they decided from the very beginning, oh, I see how this is going to play out. Exit stage left.
So I'm a Black farmer, and a lot of people are wondering, why are Black farmers not panicking like a lot of white farmers? Well, let me explain to you the reasons why. It's because white farmers have been handed everything to them, a lot of them. Not saying all of them, but a good bit of them. And by that I mean this. MLK even pointed out, he says, farmers in the West and the Midwest who were white, they were given land, they were given money, they were given training, they were given a lot. Whereas the Black farmers weren't given anything, and the largest civil rights settlement in U.S. history is Pickford v. Glickman, where you had a class action lawsuit, bunch of Black farmers all joined the lawsuit, and they won a huge settlement because the USDA was shown to be racist for decades. So because Black farmers haven't been given anything, we've been learning to do without, unlike your white farmers. So when things are taken away from you, all your subsidies, all your tax breaks, guess what? You panic. Whereas we've always been going through this shit. So there's problems in privilege.
And why don't I hire Americans? The simple answer is we can't get the workers. No American ever calls. No American ever shows up. That's why we are so grateful for the guys that are willing to come and do the work here on the farm. We can't do this without them. And we can't do this with people in our local communities a lot of the time because when we ask, they don't come. So we're extremely grateful, always, for the effort and the time and the willingness for our H-2A workers and what they do on our farm.
So Trump finally did it. He finally said it out loud. He went on CNBC and said that undocumented immigrants are naturally better at farm labor than other people. Not trained, not experienced, not hardworking, naturally. He's admitting that the same people that his immigration policies are targeting, the ones that he wants detained, deported, and banned, they're the backbone of the farming industry. He says you can't replace them, that inner city people aren't doing the work. Inner city people. Okay. And that these workers just do it naturally. What? I want you to sit with that for a second, because that's not just a bad take. It's a racialized idea that some people are biologically made to labor, while others are made to lead. That's outdated logic. And he said it on national television like it was some sort of compliment. And meanwhile, he's promising new rules to help farmers deal with labor shortages, not because he wants to protect workers. He doesn't even mention them. He's worried about the crops, about the industry, about the people who benefit from it, not the ones who break their backs doing the actual work. He even tells a story where a farmer said, if I get a bad back, then they die. And followed it up with that's interesting, isn't it? No, it's not. There's nothing interesting about watching somebody normalize exploitation. There's nothing natural about a system that needs somebody to suffer in order for it to function. What he's describing is not immigration reform. It's just another version of the same old hierarchy, where labor is expected, pain is ignored, and humanity is optional.
Good morning, American citizens. Okay, man, so we're accepting applications at this moment. You will make no more or less than minimum wage. You won't get no sick pay. You won't get no vacations. So at the moment, we're getting applications for all you American citizens that want to work in the fields. Look at this. We have plenty of work for you guys. The people have spoken. Come on, let's go. We're waiting for all you guys. Come on. Come and apply for me.
So the truth is, this could have been avoided, right? If they valued their workers instead of seeing them as disposable, maybe those farms wouldn't be in crisis right now. But, it's a case of you made your bed, now lie in it, right? Anyways, thanks for watching. And again, big shout out to the original creators whose clips you saw in this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, this video is for educational purposes, not to encourage hate or violence of any kind. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and as usual, I'll see you on my next one.